Hello everyone, and I welcome you again on this channel where we share different insights on different topics which really help us to improve our different aspects of our lives. For example, relationships, finances, business, careers, and even health. Everyone desires to have a better life, a life of added value, a life that is more impactful to ourselves and to others around us. Let's look at the different aspects of life that everyone would desire to have improved. Let's look at health, personal health. Everyone desires to have better health for oneself and for those around us, maybe our family members, our relatives, our friends, and those that we interact with. Then let's look at the aspect of finance. Everyone desires to have improved finances, improved financial management, increased savings, increased or better ways of budgeting for our expenses, then increased investments, then increased sources of income where we have multiple sources of income where we can earn money. Then let's look at our businesses. Everyone desires to have a better business where your sales are increasing each day, where your profits are increasing, where your products that you are selling are increasing, the variety of products that you are selling or services to clients are increasing, where you can reach more clients in different areas, where you can have better relationships with your suppliers, where you can have improved customer care in your business. All these are our desires. Let's look at relationships. Everyone desires to have improved relationships. For example, relationships in marriages, relationships in our people circles, relationships with our children, with our relatives, with our parents, with the people that we work with, our co-workers, with the people with the different organizations that we associate with. For example, the schools, the transportation companies, the medical facilities. To have these relationships improved, people from which we purchase items, we all wish and desire to have these relationships better. Then let's look at our careers. Everyone desires to have better careers. Maybe have a career where you are being promoted, have a career where your salaries are always increasing, a career where you can improve your skills, a career where you relate well with your bosses, you relate well with your fellow co-workers. These are all desires of our hearts. These are all desires of everyone's heart. And I want to assure you that if you desire to improve your life, to make your life more valuable and more impactful, it is possible. And it is only possible through personal development. And in this video, I'm going to take you through 3 major issues concerning personal development. And what are we going to look at in this video? First, we are going to look at what is personal development. Then number 2, we are going to look at what is the importance of personal development? What is the role of personal development in our growth and development? Then issue number 3, we are going to look at the 3 major ways in which we can implement personal development. How can we plan? How can we strategize to implement personal development? To implement what we learn, to implement what we aspire to achieve. How can we transform ourselves practically? How can we ensure that we improve our lives? How can we ensure that we stick to the growth that we desire? And I beg you to stay around for some few minutes as we share these great important insights on personal development. So what is personal development? Personal development refers to the lifelong process involving activities aimed at 1, creating awareness and identity, 2, developing talents, abilities, and potential human capital for employability, 3, forging and improving new and existing human relationships, and many other activities that really help us to improve ourselves. And these activities have an ultimate goal of enhancing the quality of one's life and realization of dreams and aspirations. Because you as a person, you have different aspects of your personality that you have to develop. Your mental aspect, you have the spiritual aspect, your physical aspect, your social aspect. All these aspects, you need to develop them. And each aspect has some subset of aspects that you have to develop. So when you look into the social part, it has subsets. social aspect has subsets like relationships. You understand? Your relationship with other people, your relationship with your creator. So personal development is a wide subject. So as I told you, we shall look at it slowly by slowly. So what's the importance of personal development in our lives? We have seen it is a lifelong process and it is aimed at improving ourselves and enabling us to attain the goals of the aspirations that we desire to become successful. So personal development enables one to add value to his or her mental, social, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspect of life to weigh more. You understand? Another importance of personal development, it facilitates the understanding of oneself better in form of strength, weaknesses, and values, which enable us to set meaningful goals and make wise decisions concerning ourselves or our lives, because we have known ourselves better. So we can know where our strength is and our weakness is. So we decide where to put more effort, where to loosen up a bit. That's the importance of personal development. Then it aids skills learning and development in areas such as leadership, work, communication, relationships, hence fostering adaptability and employability, which are very vital values in the workforce. You understand? It aids in skills development, relationship building. How do you relate with others? When you're employed, how do you relate with your co-workers? When you are chosen as a leader, once you become a leader, how will you lead others? How will you relate with them? Understand? Communication. How will you communicate with fellow people? Maybe in your employment, in your relationships. This is all the work of personal development. Another importance, it enhances positive interpersonal connections through improved communication, increased emotional intelligence, and self-awareness. Once you are aware of yourself, you are able to manage your emotions well. You are able to manage the emotions of others. You can understand their emotions and know how to react. It improves interpersonal connections, how you connect with others, how you communicate with other people. This is what personal development does. Then another importance, it lays a great foundation for strong resilience, increased motivation, confidence, and belief in self through increased knowledge, acquisition, improved mental well-being or strength, raised self-esteem, and adaptability. You understand? So it lays this foundation for you to become more resilient, the ability to push through, to be motivated, to keep moving on. Be confident and believe in yourself that you can achieve what you really aspire to achieve. And this is only through personal development, where you increase your knowledge, you improve your mental strength, you raise your self-esteem, and you gain skills to adapt to different environments and different situations. Hence, building more resistance. That's another importance of personal development. Then again, it triggers one to live a life of intentionality, authenticity, proactivity, responsibility, and accountability to enhance progress and continuous improvement in all aspects of our lives. It triggers you to become intentional in your decisions and your actions. Triggers you to become actionable, to be someone of action, to put to action what you set out to do. It makes you responsible and accountable. Responsible knowing that it is you in charge of your life, in charge of changing whatever needs to be changed in your life, and makes you accountable for any results that come out of your actions. So this can enhance your progress in life and continuous improvement. That's the role of personal development. You understand? So personal development is so important in your life because it enables you to change your life for better, to become a better version of yourself. So we have having looked at personal development, how really can we practice this personal development? How really can we put into action this personal development? So we are going to look at 3 actions or practices through which we can act on personal development, through which we can implement personal development. So what are the 3 actions through which we can implement personal development? Action number 1 is analyzing one's past personal life in form of experiences, failures, successes, challenges, mistakes, etc. What do? You pick out the lessons on how to execute, overcome, improve, and consolidate your strengths out of the mistakes that you made. Pick out the lessons. What shouldn't you do again? How should you improve? Understand? Out of your personal mistakes. Then out of your strengths, out of your successes, what should you uphold that can help you move forward? You understand? That can help you attain more success in what you are doing. The experiences that you have gone through, which leaf can you borrow from them? What have you learned? What lessons have you picked on the experiences? Maybe you started something and failed. What have you learned out of that experience? The relationships that you have gone through, what experience have you gathered that you can use to push you forward in your development and in your growth? So that is one way. You can use your failures, your experiences, your successes, the challenges. How did you overcome these challenges? The mistakes, and pick up the lessons that help you enhance your growth. Then action number 2 is analyzing and observing other people's life experience, failures, successes, challenges, and mistakes over time. What do? Pick out the lessons and utilize them to improve, avoid, overcome, and execute. So you can observe how others have moved on with their lives. How have they achieved the success that they have? How have they overcome obstacles? Understand? How have they flipped failure into success? How the experiences in their relationships, how have they helped them to move forward? You understand? The mistakes that they made over time, how did they improve them? How did they rectify them? So that's another action that you can take. You can observe these people, other people. You can read about other people's experiences, failures, and successes. You can watch videos on other people's experiences and failures. You can listen to what other people are saying about how they made it, how they overcame challenges, how they overturned failures into successes. You understand? This is the second action. But as I told you, these actions are wide. So you have to indulge in them seriously in order to attain the personal development that you need. Then action number 3 of how we can apply or enhance personal development in our lives is actively engage in activities and actions that can enable you acquire knowledge, wisdom, skills, and mental strength to help you execute, overcome, improve, and progress in life. Actions such as reading personal development books, reading self-help books, listening to audios that enable and enhance growth, visiting training camps, watching videos that can really motivate you, that can really inspire you to effect your personal growth and development, attending seminars, training camps, which foster growth and change. It's very important. Plus observing and visiting sites of achievement and challenges which trigger personal growth. You should watch videos. There are so many autobiographies that have been documented, that have been filmed about about very great people, their challenges, their successes, their failures. People like Michael Jordan, a great renowned basketball player, is well known for overcoming challenges, for learning from failure. You can read about these people, listen to them, watch their videos, watch their documentaries. People who have managed to make it through life despite being incapacitated. Look for these people. Seek inspiration, seek motivation from these people, from such stories. And this will help you to improve and to change your life, to change the aspects of your life. Hence, personal development on your side. Remember, implementing personal development is your personal duty. It requires your personal efforts. Ensure that you seek the advice that you need. Ensure that you make research. There are so many books, personal self-help books that you can read. You can do research. Maybe you want to improve something in your life. Maybe you want to improve on public speaking. You want to improve on your confidence. You want to improve on your relationships. Make research. Seek out these videos that you are making. Seek out audios. Google on your phones how you can improve these different elements of your life. This will help you. How to better your relationships. Maybe your relationships in marriage. Maybe your relationship with your relatives. How you can improve your careers. How you can improve the way you relate or interact with your co-workers. All these things, you can research on them. You can look for them everywhere. The internet is so free. You just need data and you can acquire all this knowledge. Check these videos. Seek mentors to help you out, to ensure that you become a better person. This is for your own good. This will help you better your life and even better the lives of those around you, the people that you interact with, your immediate family members, your relatives. When you become better, everything will become better. You start seeing things differently. You start acting different. And things will start working out differently in a better way for you. Don't forget this. It's so important. I don't want to go beyond this, but thank you for being around. And if you don't know me, my name is Joseph Diabe. And I invite you to subscribe to this channel. And if you find any video of help to you, don't hesitate to like it. Thank you so much. I pray and hope that we meet in another episode about personal development and so many other topics and so many other videos on this channel about different topics. Okay, bye-bye.